To begin this meditation on learning to interpret the meaning behind your dreams, get comfortable. Close your eyes and breathe in deeply. Breathe into your belly for 4 seconds. Hold the breath for 4 seconds. And release the breath slowly for 4 seconds. Do this a few times. Our dreams are not random, though the logic can be mysterious and even inscrutable to the conscious mind. Most of our dreams have a message that can be readily understood as emotional processing tools that can help us improve our psychological well-being, work through weaknesses for personal growth, and unleash our powers of creativity in waking life. For people who have recurrent nightmares or violent or disturbing dreams, interpretation can help you unpack deep-seated emotional issues going on in your subconscious and help you to heal. Like anything else, dream interpretation requires practice. This meditation works best if it's done multiple times and if dream interpretation becomes a regular habit. But this meditation is designed to teach you the basic tenets, and you can try it out on a dream right now. It is normal to struggle with remembering dreams when first learning dream interpretation, and that's why this meditation can also be used to help you fall into a relaxing sleep with a focus on remembering the content of the dreams you are about to have. With practice, it becomes easier to enter the dream world at will, to remember what you saw there, and to understand its meaning over time. As you develop your skills, you will find that you can delve deeper into otherworldly realms of the dream landscape. Let yourself relax more deeply now as we begin. The first step of dream interpretation is remembering your dreams. For many people, this is the most difficult step, so be patient with yourself if you can't remember the content of your dreams. The easiest way to set yourself up for remembering a dream is to get a dream journal. Having a dedicated dream journal accessible next to your bed so that you can write notes first thing when you wake up can be the biggest challenge of the whole process. It's common to remember many details about a dream when we first wake up, only to have them vanish even just minutes later, so having the journal next to your bed will yield the best results. Additionally, the more you take notes, the more you'll find you're remembering in the following days. So expect to remember more once you start the habit. If you do not have a dream journal now, don't worry, just practice thinking with intention that you wish to remember your dreams before you fall asleep. You can try out the journal later on if you need to. Now, think to yourself these words or say them out loud. I am relaxed. I am open to any messages my subconscious mind has for me. I wish to remember my dreams. I am relaxed. I am open to any messages my subconscious mind has for me. I wish to remember my dreams. I am relaxed. I am open to any messages my subconscious mind has for me. wish to remember my dreams. Now, imagine you are walking down a dimly lit hallway filled with doors. Open any door you feel like and see what lies beyond. Whatever you see there is the content of what is known as your active imagination, and it is spun from the same psychic stuff as the content of a dream. You may use the images from a dream you remember or the contents of your active imagination now for this exercise. Take a moment to concentrate on some image, experience, or memory from your subconscious. The second step of dream interpretation is to flesh out what you have experienced. Remember in as much vivid detail as you can the colors, the feelings, the shapes, the textures. Take note of whether you have seen the faces of anyone you know. Do you see a friend, a family member, a celebrity, a stranger? Take note of where you are. Are you somewhere you inhabit in waking life, or perhaps in another dimension? Take note of your emotions. How do you feel about the events unfolding? Are you really yourself? Are you uncomfortable? What is your emotional state as the events of your dream unfold? The third step of dream interpretation is to begin to assign meaning to some of these images. The best way to know which parts of a dream are relevant to analysis is to trust your gut. Whatever parts of your dream you found the most intriguing or emotionally moving, for positive or negative, those are the most likely to be the parts with a message. If there is an image in your dream that seems absurd or out of place, or you can't make sense of it, take special note of this image. If there is an assumption in your dream you have made and you don't know why, take that assumption as fact. The fourth step in dream interpretation is to understand the people in your dreams. It is tempting to jump to the conclusion that we are dreaming about other people and how we think of them in our waking life. In fact, it is more likely the people you run into in your dreams are some deeper aspect of yourself. For example, if you dream of your romantic partner telling you he or she is upset with you, this is less likely to have anything to do with that person and more likely to refer to a part of your own mind that is upset with yourself. To understand what aspect of yourself this person represents, think about how you feel about the person you dreamed of. If you see someone you dislike in your dream, this is even more important. It refers to aspects of your own self that you don't like, and it's likely to be a central message of the dream. If the person you see is a stranger, use your emotions as a guide. Does this person fill you with fear, lust, laughter? Whatever the reaction, it will point you to the part of your own psychology that is being explored. You have many distinct characters within your own complex mind, and the person you are seeing refers to a variation on some part of yourself. If it is someone who seems unlike you, that means it is a part of yourself that you repress. You may be repressing this part of yourself for a good reason, or you may be repressing it out of fear. Either way, bring the shadow of yourself to light to understand it. Finally, if you are alone in a dream, consider the possibility that there are other beings or influences in the surrounding dream space. Think about what that might mean. The fifth step of dream interpretation is to consider the symbolism. Return now to the most emotionally affecting or bizarre out-of-place images you can remember. To find out what these symbols represent, return again to the compass of your emotions. How do you feel about this thing? Consider also whether it reminds you of anything. The meanings of each symbol will be unique to you and unlike how anyone else would interpret it. While each person interprets these symbols differently, there are some fairly common images people tend to see. For example, many people see water as a symbol of one's emotional state. It is common to see the moon as representing dark mystery, clandestine affairs, or romance. It is common to see roots as representing one's culture, family lineage, or home. While these types of general interpretations are not guaranteed to apply to you, and there may be a more nuanced view of how they work in your psychology, consider using a dream symbol guide in waking life if you're lost. It can be a good place to begin. Dreams will sometimes work in wordplay. For example, if you see a chicken laying eggs, consider common aphorisms like, counting your eggs before they hatch, or is it the chicken or the egg, as possible keys to interpretation. If you can think of several possible meanings, that is encouraging. Explore the one that feels the most exciting to you. The one that sparks your interest tends to be the interpretation your mind was going for. Go one by one through these images until you feel you can understand each of them. When you're ready, you can thread them together as best you can to create a story about something in your life. Bear in mind that while the images don't necessarily connect to each other, it's very possible they do in ways that are surprising and unexpected. Continue mulling over these images until you've thought of some insight about your life you were previously unaware of. If you can't find some insight that seems new, delve deeper. If you get stuck, go towards discomfort. Whatever interpretation makes you feel the most uncomfortable is likely to be the beginning of the one that is the most important. If an interpretation scares you, ask yourself why. The rest of the dream will then fill you in on creative solutions you weren't aware of. Wrap up the exercise by stating to yourself what it is you think you have learned. Consider that precious advice you've given yourself and resolve to do one small thing in your waking life to follow. For example, if you dream of a lake bed that has dried up into a desert, and your interpretation leads you to believe you should be more emotionally open, you might consider reaching out to one person the next day. Using even a small ritual to make your dream manifest itself in reality will strengthen your skill as a dream interpreter and, more importantly, lead to rich gains in your life and to personal growth. Your dreams are there to guide you to make better decisions, and following them, even in small ways, can be therapeutic. Continue to relax now and run over dream images in your mind. If you would like to return to the waking world, now you can. Otherwise, allow yourself to drift deeper into sleep and into the dream world. If you can't fall asleep just yet, envision yourself walking down the dimly lit hallway again, opening doors whenever you feel like you want to, and imagining in as much vivid detail as possible what is behind each one. Consider exploring what is behind one of them. Go deeper. Go somewhere you've never been before in your mind's eye. Sweet dreams, and do enjoy your well-deserved rest.